So, hi everybody, this is GOL from FM Productions Squared, and we are here for the reaction for Manai Castle Season 4, Episode 3. Last time on Episode 2, I gotta minimize this now. Trying to remember everything that happened in Episode 2. So, we learn about a little bit about Kito's son a little. We kind of have this idea that he was involved in some aspect of the war, and that's kind of traumatized him. Is it BCF? Black Communist Front? I think that's what they're called. They are planning to attack this auction that's being held by children. Their targets are Kito and I believe the guy that's coming from Japan over to San Francisco. I forget his name now. Very high-ranking guy. And as far as it goes with the Nazis in the last episode, the main points were that they have begun infiltrating the other timeline, the other parallel reality. They've killed off one of the leading scientists behind the space program, I think. Or it was a theoretical physics scientist. I forget exactly what it was, but they kill off some scientist, and they also potentially have somebody watching Juliana. I'm not sure if that was them or if it might have been Smith that was tailing her and surveilling her. Smith from that timeline. He seemed really he seemed suspiciously interested in what she had to say while they were dancing. So let's see what happens with that. Maybe he's involved with the, like I was saying, the OSI or something like that. Alright, let's go ahead and get to it. Alright. So we're in the other world, right? Oh no, we're in the neutral zone. Okay, Billings, Montana. Oh right, I forgot about that. The older sister, the older daughter, had this from the last one. Had this record that was of I think jazz music or something like that, and the younger daughter heard it, found out that she had this, got it from the neutral zone, and basically snitched on her to their father, who then just warned the older daughter not to, to be more cautious because, if she gets in trouble for having this contraband, he's not going to be able to protect her. And then he goes to the younger daughter and says that he got it for her, it was his, as a part of like an investigation or something he was doing, which is total bullcrap, obviously. But yeah, that's the other major thing that happened. Everything else is kind of character moments and building and building up some of the story and whatnot. Those are the main events, though. Are you going to play? There we go.
About your wedding. You in Mom's dress, John in his uniform.
So is she trying to get back to New York? Yeah, she is. So is this like a base? Or was that literally the border with the Greater Nazi Reich? Can't remember where the neutral zone border goes up in the north area. I mean, okay, there it is. So that is it. Okay. So that's like a border crossing into the Greater Reich. Okay, so this is in the other... I think this is in the other timeline. I wonder where they get all these old style cars from. It's probably some company somewhere that's like deals in renting them out for filming.
What's going on? From San Francisco.
But she
She
died.
died in that car crash right alongside her parents. I don't know your story. I don't need to know. I like you, mysteries and all. I don't want to help, but
I think that's one of the main points. You can't go to another world if yourself in that world already is still alive. You can only go to a world if yourself in that world has died. Which means Smith from the show's timeline can't go to this world. At least I think that's how it works.
Whoa. Looks like
There's
we know
him to
what-
go too. That's why he was able to cross over to this timeline or whatever timeline he went to. So that's the guy they're gonna make take the fall for the assassination of Tagoma.
Angus Jones had an alibi.
That man did
Yeah,
not have
Keita.
an alibi.
According to his
Keita's
federal
digging
records,
through
he was
and is
not
like,
present
"There's a
at the
problem
night
here."
of the Tagoma assassination.
Yeah, Keita realizes something's up.
I know I have no reason to doubt your commitment.
You have my absolute loyalty, General.
Servers, right? Respectful, low profile. And any of you fuckers forget to bow, kick your teeth in.
No, don't open it again until the next time.
What happens when the box is all full up?
No answer.
Everybody pass up the papers.
Your mother and I would like a moment.
Come on, girls.
I wonder if he knew. She was coming back.
May I help you?
So she have an ulterior motive coming back though. Get back there, jeez. Children went all out.
僕らは肝も挟まない。僕はある空軍兵士なんかじゃない。父さんもだ。僕らはな、ただの操り人形に過ぎないんだ。
そんな口は許さん。We are bound to our duty.
Okay, Keto's pissed now.
Get out of this house.
What are those boxes behind him? Those were like munitions or something. Or no, I think it's catering boxes. So happy I'm wearing a cowboy hat though. Oh, they've already screwed up. Keto's not there. So I'm really interested to see if they succeed with this or not. BCR. Okay.
In a house, the intersection of Clayton.
Like Communist Revolution.
He was with someone. Caucasian male, same age, Irish accent.
Keto putting it together.
Keita has a resistance.
Yeah. He's like, oh, let's go shit. They might just pull it off.
Take the shot. Take the shot.
Missed. Still hit though. Okay, he's dead. And she's probably dead. So they at least got that guy. They got everybody else though. They literally just jack their own those got people's cars. What the hell, children?
You bastard. Murderers.
Wait, hold on.
He's seen our faces.
Yeah, she's right.
So how does he get into this one?
No, wait. You don't want to do this.
That's some serious ass kissing right there by children. Holy crap. Alright, so we're back to this other place. Oh, what the hell? So that's where that scene came from. Interesting. A scupper. Must be a bar. I wonder if she thinks that this John is the other John. Her John. And he's just like acting, play acting or whatever.
Well, anyway, the war ended. I came back here.
Hmm.
And I just,
It's kind of a commentary on his
myself,
other self.
feel like that
Because that's exactly what happened. Kind of, not so much corrupted him, but he
How any of that can help you, I have no idea.
started to not resent it, and then realized that
This man was in the war too, your generation. Only he just kept on advancing.
yeah,
Long
exactly.
after the war was over. I just don't know how you beat someone with that much power.
Well, listen, Juliana. I don't know who this man is, but that's all he is. He's just a man.
So there's gonna be somebody that's following her at this point a bit. Oh, okay, not quite. What I meant, but yeah, that works. Definitely was following her up to this point.
Vice Marshal Smith sends his regards.
Yeah, so the Nazis are sending operatives to. Oh, jeez. Interesting. So now, possibly. Yeah, Smith will be able to come over now if he dies. Very interesting. Okay, that was very interesting. So we kind of learned a little bit more about Smith's character in this. So where he got was because he's promoted in the field. Obviously, they lost. America lost in their original timeline. And then he just kept on. The experience hardened him and made him realize that, like John said right there, he was worried that it would grow into him. That would somewhat corrupt him, which is what seems to have happened in the show's timeline. But now that's interesting. So now Smith could potentially. And you know what? I think we're kind of getting spoilers, but episode 6, they got an image of him in there. I'm betting that that's. That is our Smith there. Interesting. So they did actually succeed, though, in the assassination attempts. The BCR. They didn't get Keto, though. They got everybody else. Then there was that plot twist of the other two, the ministers actually being pro leave, for one of a better term. They were going to suggest to pull out of America because the resources they were expending there were could be used against the war with China. So there's that interesting kind of little plot twist there. Chilton then comes in and says, "I can still help you with this." Obviously, he's trying to save his own skin, but it could be interesting because he has a direct, he has a somewhat direct access to the Imperial Princess, so that could be interesting. Some of the other main ones. I mean, those are really the two. Those are the A and B story of this. There weren't too many other events that happened. I guess Kito's son. That's another thing. Goes in there to that Yakuza establishment, freaks out, kills a guy. They don't kill him. They don't kill him because they realize that he's a war hero before they realize it's Kito's son. But then basically Kito kicks him out because, like I was saying, in Japanese culture, the most offensive thing you can do is to say that somebody's acted dishonorably. His son accuses him of doing so, and so he kicks him out of their house. Maybe that's the end of that plot line or not. We'll see. That was kind of interesting too. What else? We kind of do have a confirmation that, like a hard confirm that Nazis are sending people into this alternate timeline to take people out to prevent them from developing the technology to do what they've done. And they're also, Smith also sent somebody out to try and kill Juliana. Caesar as a threat, obviously. Yeah. It's a pretty good episode. Let's see what happens in the next one. The next one should be interesting because it should we should have a confirmation or a disconfirmation. I don't know if that's a word or not. Of whether or not the person in the other timeline has to be dead for you to be able to cross over to it. I think they've established that. They established it somewhere. I think it might have been the man in that castle that did it. That established that rule, if you will. Takumi was only able to go to the other timeline he went to because he himself in that timeline had died. Had died but was presumed missing, and so he came back. They thought that maybe just showed up, but yeah, that's how that worked. Juliana was able to go to this timeline because she had died in this timeline with her parents in that car crash. So now that Smith is dead, our Smith might be able to go there as well. So it's kind of interesting. Which, that is interesting. Let's see. So anybody that's going over to that timeline has died in that timeline. That's the other thing that's interesting. So that guy that was there, himself in that timeline had already died from something. Interesting. I wonder what happens if you try to go there and you haven't died. Maybe there might have been something about that in season 3, like maybe they came back all messed up or nothing, they didn't come back at all or anything like that. If I do a reaction for season 3, I'll have to go back through and we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, it's picking up. How many episodes is it? 8? Oh no, it's 10. Okay. Say full 10 episodes. So 6 to go. Or no, 8 to go. Yeah, 6. We're on 4. So yeah, we'll get to that 4th episode at some point here in the future. Probably tomorrow. And see where this goes. I'm liking it so far. It seems kind of slow. It's not as... I think it's because it's 10 episodes, so it's not... That's why it feels a little slower paced than the other seasons have. But digging it so far. It's pretty cool. So that's going to be it for this reaction. Comments, questions, leave them below. you hadn't already, I'd appreciate it if you'd subscribe to the channel. We also have a Twitch channel. Links in the description below. I do streaming over there regularly. And you can go over there and check that out. We also, the stuff that's streamed there is also streamed to our YouTube channel. So if you go to our YouTube channel, look up the live streams, those are going to be the same things. So you can do that too. But thanks for tuning in, and I will see you next time.